How's it going, everybody? This is KOULAS TV. We're currently out with the full carbon Gixxer 1000. We are out right now because, as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. The weather here in Ohio has been incredibly inconsistent. I've been having an incredibly hard time even getting out to film videos because the weather has been so bad. It has been one of the most cold and inconsistent winters that we've had in a very long time. I'm also very busy with our business, Neo Super Sports. I also have a lot to do finishing my Gixxer 1000. I am going to be doing as much as humanly possible to get my Gixxer 1000 build completely done. The reason being, one, I'm behind and I have a lot I have left to do to the bike to get the build perfectly ready for the season. And as well, I need to allocate time for this bike right here, the 2011 Gixxer 750 that I'm rebuilding. Now let me tell you more about what I'm doing with the build. One of the things that I've been wanting to do for this bike for the longest time is get my dream wheels. My dream wheels were the CoreMoto Apex 6 forged aluminum wheels. And now I finally have them. This is my front CoreMoto Apex 6 forged aluminum wheel in all black. This is my CoreMoto Apex 6 rear wheel. On top of being absolutely gorgeous, it also has some fresh rubber on it, ready for the road. I decided I was gonna go with a lower tooth count sprocket. And because it's an older bike and it makes less top end horsepower than a lot of the newer ones, it can't maximize the full potential of that 5th and 6th gear. However, my buddy, Twisted Tuning and Performance, who has been of invaluable help, informed me that running 2 teeth up in the rear sprocket is a very good gear ratio and really utilize that tall gearing and wind out the RPMs. However, I've decided to raise my gearing with this new sprocket over here to 43 teeth. I'm still going to be 1 tooth up from the stock gearing, but the reason I decided to remove a tooth is purely because of the weight reduction from the wheels. You see, the thing is that this bike makes an insane amount of low end power and has a lot of torque. And with that 2+ gearing in the rear that I was running, it made even more. I mean, this bike accelerated ridiculously quick, especially below like 140 miles an hour. That thing would go from 40 to 140 in like a second. It is insane. With this new gearing, the bike is still going to have more torque and acceleration than the stock gearing. However, it's going to reduce it by a decent margin. That way I can put more power to the wheel without the front wheel coming up, because the main culprit is this front wheel. You see, this front wheel is insanely light. And because the bike was already struggling to keep the front wheel down, even with the OEM wheel and the setup I have, I knew that by putting on these lighter weight wheels, if I kept the original gearing that I was running, it would be coming up even easier with this much lighter weight wheel. All right, guys, I just finished taking the first brake rotor off of my wheel and I had a little bit of a scare, and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So that there's how the bolt is supposed to look. And then you've got this bolt. Pretty much I accidentally just didn't get the bit far enough into the bolt, and when I started using my impact, it started rounding out the bolt. Definitely scared that that bolt was not going to come out if it was rounded too much, so I stopped, I hammered in the drill bit, and I got the bolts out. So just got to be careful. So the thing is that CoreMoto actually provides lock nuts for your sprocket hub, and they really don't need that much torque to be put on, and I used my impact wrench to torque these down, and because of that, they are definitely over torqued. It's not really a big deal on the sprocket hub per se, but I really just wanted to avoid making future mistakes with these wheels, considering that the pair of these wheels together with the ceramic wheel bearings I've got, it's like a $3,000 set. Another thing about the CoreMoto wheels that you'll have to note if you have them is that these wheels require a lot less torque on the axle nuts than your OEM wheels will. Anyways, I also finished cleaning these rotors up. Whenever I do work like this, I always take the opportunity to clean parts that don't often get cleaned, so I really cleaned up these rotors. I also used the last of my brake cleaner to really try and clean my calipers the best I could. I know I said it earlier in the video, but make sure you guys clean your calipers. They are one of the most overlooked maintenance items, and calipers need cleaned pretty frequently if you want to keep optimal performance. So make sure you clean your calipers, guys. I want to give a big shout out to Joey from Grom Dude's Garage. He was a huge help with getting my tires mounted and balanced for my CoreMoto wheels, and he also helped out a lot with the wheels for the 750 rebuild. If any of you guys who are local need tires changed, oil changed, or basic maintenance done to your bike, I highly recommend Grom Dude's Garage in North Royalton, Ohio.
Just like that.
Let me give you guys a little bit of a build update here. As I've said before, my bike is full carbon fiber. Yes, the carbon is 100% real. To prove that to you, here's my carbon fiber belly fairing, and as you can see on the inside, look at that. Yep, it's not plastic, it's not an overlay. 100% real carbon fiber, and then there's my heat wrap. However, I did have my carbon fiber vinyl wrapped. I had my carbon fiber vinyl wrapped in this carbon fiber style PPF vinyl wrap. As you can see, the carbon fiber does have some pretty sufficient damage on the side and on that side as well, because it has been in a few accidents and it's old carbon fiber. I could not afford to have the carbon fiber fixed up and redone by a professional. So at the time, what I chose to do is to get a PPF vinyl that mimics the look of carbon fiber as closely as possible and vinyl wrap the bike myself with this vinyl. So 100% I would recommend getting this vinyl wrap. It's really, really good. However, I just couldn't get behind the look of it anymore, and I just didn't want to run it on my bike anymore. So I have taken off the vinyl. I'm going to be sending this carbon fiber off to be fixed up and professionally redone to make it look brand new again. I just dropped off the carbon fiber at House of Pearls. They are the best in the business, and I will show you guys what it looks like when it's done. All right, since you guys have seen me last, it's been a couple of weeks. As you guys can see, I did get my CoreMoto wheels installed on my bike, and look at how beautiful these things are. They are incredibly lightweight. I've rode with them a couple of times. Absolutely gorgeous wheels. I highly, highly recommend these wheels to anybody who wants to buy them. Just look at how good these look, guys. I mean, they're beautiful. I wish I could have got the installation fully on recording. However, I have been very busy the last few weeks working on rebuilding the 750 back there and also working on finishing this bike. These are the fairings for my bike on the ground. They are fully 100% carbon fiber. It's not fiberglass with an overlay. This is full 100% real carbon fiber bodywork. I'm showing you guys the insides because a lot of broke boys are smoking on copium thinking that I can't have real carbon. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys the completed 2003 Gixxer 1000 full carbon fiber FBO build with now CoreMoto wheels. This has been my dream build. The fact that I'm about to put the final pieces together, I am over the moon. I will catch you when the bike is done. Now I present to you my fully completed 2003 GSXR 1000 full carbon fiber build.
I feel like Bruno, but call me Uno, cause I got one of them with me. And I'm a beast, pity, this shit gon' bang, shitty.
This bike has been a long time in the making. Let's face it, it's never truly going to be finished. However, the bike is in a very comfortable state right now. I'm incredibly happy with the build. It's got the full carbon fiber CoreMoto bodywork on it, including the carbon fiber heel plates as well. I have the bike tuned by Twisted Tuning and Performance. It's got the Shift Power full race unit, which enables it to have the ignition kill quick shifter, the launch control, and the two-step. I had all of the carbon fiber bodywork redone by House of Pearls. As you can see, the bodywork no longer has any scratches on it, and all of the resin has been repaired where it was cracked. And on top of the resin repair, he also did 5 coats of clear coat on the carbon fiber, some of the best clear coat that you can get. And in the first 2 coats of clear coat, I had him inject a black tint into it to give it that really nice glossy black paint look. But when you get close to the bike, you'll notice that there's the carbon fiber weave underneath. And of course, we can't forget about my dream wheels, the CoreMoto Apex 6 forged aluminum wheels. The anodized black really completes the look of the bike. I knew the bike would look immaculate with these wheels on it. I truly believe that these wheels were the final piece of the puzzle for completing this build. The bike is stock motor. It has 33,000 miles on it. And a lot of people wonder, why do I put so much money into a bike with 33,000 miles? Keeping it stock motor is going to retain the reliability of the motor, even with the unrestrictions in the tune, the air filter, the exhaust, everything I've done to give this bike more power. The bike is still going to retain that insane reliability. These bikes are incredibly underrated, and they are very well known for how reliable they are. This thing has almost 34,000 miles on the motor, and yet it still fires up and runs beautifully, as if it was new. It runs good, it shifts good, and it's just as fast as it should be. Another modification was over the winter, I rebuilt my fuel pump. It has an entirely new pump motor in it, and I modified the fuel pump by bypassing the high flow fuel filter. And that mod alone, combined with the rebuilt fuel pump, gives this bike insane fuel pressure. It's getting no less than exactly how much fuel it needs to run optimally, and it is an insanely powerful bike. One of the final modifications I did to this bike was the cut seat. I have to admit, yes, it's not perfect. However, I just need to get a seat cover that's going to fit that cut seat or a material that I can wrap around it, and it's gonna look way better than it does right now. Although I'm not gonna lie, over the last month or so that I've had the cut seat on this thing, the kind of wrinkly, not really fitting look sort of has grown on me a little bit, but I think it's still gonna look way better with a proper seat cover on it. This bike is truly now one of one, and I am incredibly proud of the build. It's everything I've wanted in a street bike. It's set up for roll racing. It's got all of these sweet weight reduction and performance modifications to it. It's got the look that I want. It's got the performance that I want. And on top of all of that, I'm still retaining the incredible reliability of the 2003 Gixxer 1000 motor. And that means I can go racing whenever I'd like and go super fast, more fast than I'd ever need to go on a public street. And I can also go on cruises and just road trip this bike wherever I'd like to road trip it and still know that it's retaining all of that reliability in the motor. I hope you guys love the build as much as I do. I'm incredibly proud of it, especially considering that I did everything myself. Thank you to everybody else who made this build possible. Twisted Tuning and Performance, I highly recommend you guys check out his Instagram page. I could not have got this build to where it is now without his assistance. And of course, I'm super grateful for him tuning the bike for me. It really woke up the bike. It rides so good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. If this video was entertaining, then drop a like and perhaps subscribe because I will be posting a lot more long form content this year. And I hope to see you guys again next time.